Welcome back, folks. It's your buddy Orange Hat here to bring you another weekly recap with Kate, Nerd with a Cigar. How you doing?
Good to be here. Hello, everyone.
So, we got some Rachel Zegler Disney shit to cover. We got some House of the Dragon. We got some Jack Burton. If you know who it is, you are awesome. So, for the channel, subscribe. I'm still trying to get the 2,000 subs. YouTube is not making it easy. They are, in fact, censoring my channel. They are also removing views from my channel. So if you do want to support the channel, folks, the best way to do it, I ain't in it for money. The best way to do it is just like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That's all I ask. And also share the link to my channel out as often as you can, because that will also help get who like the channel, who like stuff like this, share it out. Let them know, best way to do it. So with that out of the way, tomorrow night will be Monday Night Rants. Tuesday will be the badassery of Sylvester Stallone. Tuesday night will be the Bar Room podcast on Society Reviews channel at 9 p.m. Wednesday will be Kill Bill Volume 1 on Jade Shadow's channel, 8:30 p.m. G.I. Jane, Thursday, 8:30 p.m. on X exclusively with Jade Shadow. Friday is Orange Hat Uncensored. And I will be getting what content I can out. That's if YouTube's going to stop censoring my channel, because I put together a great video covering a lot of different things, and YouTube censored the video and also removed views from it. So yeah, my channel is suppressed, folks. The more you support my channel, the more you like the videos, the more stuff you do like that. Yeah, it helps the algorithm. So starting off with our topics, we're going to start with Rachel Zegler. I covered this in a video, as I said. And there's a lot of controversy. There's been, Rachel Zegler has said that she is, for Palestine. And we all know that Gal Gadot is Israel, or is it Israeli, rather?
She is the whole nation of Israel.
Yep. And Shoddy?
It's a little. It'll come in and then be like. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I will basically make this quick, folks. So the trailer dropped in. This way I can actually drop the trailer for all right, where am I? The trailer for Snow White came out, or the teaser. And boy, is it getting ratioed to fuck all.
And this is not the same. And I've brought this up on your channel before, like the Sonic ratioing, where the fans came out and basically, in lesser terms, bullied the studio into saying, okay, we're going to fix the VFX, we're going to fix the eyes, and they listened to the audience. So the audience was saying before, hey, we want real dwarves, we don't want all these like stupid, magical whatever creatures. So they're like, all right, cool, we listened to the audience, we put dwarves in. But I think they missed the point the way that Sonic didn't. Sonic still gave like a decent movie to its fans. People still don't like Rachel Zegler, and people still don't like the comments that she made. And it wasn't just there weren't any dwarves that was the only controversy of this film. It was layers and layers of controversy, and then the fact that your star is like the new Brie Larson. That's probably the biggest thing. But yeah, coming back and being like, we listened to you guys. Look, our teaser has the dwarves you guys wanted, and look at look, he's orange perfectly zoomed in. 72K to 887. What? Come on. Also, I'm really proud of the online community for just being freaking trolls on this. I love it. I love it. I don't usually condone being like just a huge asshole on the internet, but when it comes to telling Hollywood to shove it when they've been giving us crap for years, I'm all for it.
Yeah. So trying to pull up the tab. This from Rachel Taylor drop.
Your audio's boop.
24
You are a robot. Me.
Say what?
Oh, hell, that's so much better. Is it my internet?
Is that, or maybe this is better.
A little. Try again. Keep talking.
Okay, testing.
Okay, it's significantly better.
Okay, yeah, it should come back with that, or with more or with less screen. But I'm also getting a little bit of shoddiness on your side too, so could be
okay. I think that's why I said, is it my end?
I'm hearing you clearly now.
Okay.
So yeah, Rachel Zegler is like a not Romeo. Turn into a non-love story, and probably Juliet's probably going to murder Romeo. But Free Palestine. Yeah,
No,
she
not only
dropped that.
Juliet. Not only does Juliet murder Romeo, Juliet and Rosaline team up, and they become a couple, and they both murder Romeo.
Yeah. So when it comes to that, folks. Hey, Tony Montana. Good to see you. Cameron Ryder. Good to see you. Speaking of Sonic, we haven't seen anything related to the new Sonic movie in December. That's because they're keeping it, or they're, I think they're working on a whole trailer for that. Hey, good to see you. Travis Pierce, good to see you. You're breaking up a little bit. I am sorry. I don't like that. Let's see here. That should. All right. Hopefully that helps, because I just got rid of a little bit. About the audio. I'm sorry, I can't do anything. Yeah, she puts Free Palestine in her bio, and
That's
or not her bio, but
Day at Work with Gal.
say that again.
I said that must be like an awkward day at work because they're gonna have to go out and redo press for this. You know, like they already did the pre-press.
Oh, there was.
And then
There
they
was
did
after the trailer dropped. There was the press tour.
Okay, okay. I haven't seen any of the press tour yet, so I'm just assuming that it's in the future, but
Well,
it's presently. So presently, it must be a weird day at work sitting next to someone who essentially wants you dead. Like if we're gonna boil it down to the nuts and bolts of it, you know.
I mean, my screen kind of ruins it. Hold on 1 second, folks. I'm gonna leave, come right back to see if that helps. Hopefully it does. Let me know if it does. So just bear with me. I do apologize, but I'm gonna refresh and I'll be right back.
Thanks, Geek. Thanks, Geek, because Geek said he gets it because connection issues happen with me too, even as I'm recording something for my channel. Yeah, so it happens. I hope my audio is okay because sometimes if I have my VPN on, my internet's like, "Meh, I don't like you. You're from Australia." I don't know if anybody else has had that issue. If anybody else has a VPN, if so, sound off in the comments. But yeah, the Rachel Zegler Gal Gadot thing. It's another layer of controversy that I was talking about
Okay,
with this.
how am I?
Oh, here
Am
we go.
I coming through better now?
A lot better.
Uh, now that that's fixed, again, sorry about that, folks. So, yes, there has been a press tour. Rachel Zegler took pictures with Gal Gadot as they were getting asked questions. Gal Gadot is all happy-go-lucky about it. She's all bright eyes, bushy tail, smiles and stuff. Whenever Rachel Zegler is sitting next to her, Rachel Zegler looks like she's been kidnapped. Like she doesn't want to be there.
Oh, I have to see
So,
that because the body
yeah.
language will say a lot, you know.
Yeah, look up Rachel Zegler on Twitter
I'll look at it. Right. I'll
and
look at
just
it right.
scroll through the results. They'll show you, or you'll eventually find them. Hey, Conroy, good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Is it Zeglar or
And
Zegler? Oh,
Zegler, Zegler. But yeah,
see, I don't even know because I don't care about this lady, and I say
yeah.
lady like.
And then she goes on to Instagram, folks, and does
Oh,
a post, and does a post that the fairest, by the way. And I'm like, yeah. You take a look at Rachel Zegler's Instagram, nothing but selfies. Nothing but fucking selfies. You got a couple booty pics from her in her bikini. You got a couple maybe one or two promotions here and there for like Romeo and Juliet. But
see, what
she
was the last
is
thing the gal
yeah,
has on
she
her
is
Twitter?
Zegler.
Let's see
Yeah.
what gal posted.
But yeah, Gal Gadot, when she does her promotions, she's happy go lucky. She's all smiles and whatnot. And then you get Rachel Zegler. And now, like 6 different groups are boycotting this film. 6 different groups. The pro-Palestine group, boycotting it because of Zionist Gal Gadot.
Okay, but
You,
the Zionist Gal Gadot, other than on August 9th when she reposted Walt Disney Studios Snow
Mhm.
White, which obviously she's going to promote her own movie on her Twitter. She's probably contractually obligated. The thing that she posted is no hostage left behind, and it's pictures of the hostage. Before that, October 21st, release the hostages, bring them back. Released the hostages, bring them back again on October 20th, October 19th,
that was last year.
October
Yeah.
17th, October 16th, yeah, October
Hmm.
14th. Other than that, she hasn't posted.
Yeah.
So if they want to call her a Zionist, really her Zionism is, hey, let's not have innocent hostages
Yeah.
in this war, in this crisis. And she has fought in the IDF. So I mean, if Rachel wanted to have a sit down and say, "Hey, I don't know about this situation. Can you tell me more from an Israeli perspective? I'm sure Gal would say, absolutely, here's what I know.
Too late
Um,
for that though,
it is
because
too late for that because Rachel, like I said, has
she planted her. She put her line in the sand.
and her line in the sand is raising her flag with people who want Gal and everybody in her people group dead,
Mm-hmm.
according to the charter of Hamas.
Yep. Now, to give you guys an idea of all the people who are boycotting this film, the pro-Palestines because of Gal Gadot, the pro-Israels because of Rachel Zegler, people like me for the fact that
A
both Rachel and Gal
plethora,
shit
a
on the
plethora.
original last
Yeah.
year. You have the people who are just disinterested in Disney, who are completely anti-Disney. I also fall into that group.
Or the people like me who used to be excited about live action Disney. I went to go see Beauty and the Beast when that came out. I went to go see Jungle Book, which is
that
pseudo
one was decent.
live action because CGI, but they all seemed lifeless moving forward. So it's like, I didn't see Mulan. I didn't see Lion
Yeah.
King. So when they say, "Hey, we're doing Snow White," okay, I've
Who
seen it a
cares?
million times.
Yeah.
Who cares? Yeah. So I'm in the apathy category that slipped into the wow. The controversy really bit yourself in the ass, even for like the group that you would have gotten for like moms who take their kids to
Well,
matinees
there's
and
also
stuff.
two other groups. There's also the midgets who are pissed off because the dwarves were switched to CGI
Yeah.
because Peter Dinklage ran his mouth off. It's like, it's so denigrating to dwarf. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. You're not the only person who speaks for dwarves.
Look, I don't remember Mini Me being like, "Hey, you can only
He's
hire
in this
me."
movie.
Like,
Minnie is in this movie as or voicing one of the dwarves.
beautiful. Don't you love how
Yeah,
that works?
yeah. So at least they got one little person voicing one of the dwarves. But then you also got other people who are just default because they just don't care anymore. So it's like, yeah, 6 fucking groups. And as you saw the ratio earlier, folks, 887, it's probably up to 888,000 right now. That ratio has just been shooting up there, man.
It's funny when it releases, they should just show like the numbers of who went to go see it and then like a side by side with Rachel being like, I should be paid for every hour that this is streamed, and that's like 0 hours of
Yeah.
stream.
I mean, folks, not only that, the balloon or the budget has supposedly ballooned to 300 plus $1 million. So that means now that the movie has to make like 700 to 800 million, depending on what the current budget was because of the extensive reshoots. And so then there's that. I mean, it's just so freaking bad for Disney. This is a perfect setup, a perfect storm for failure.
Well, what I want to know is why they didn't Batwoman it. Why they didn't say, hey, let's just take the L on the money we've already lost. No, they were like,
They
okay,
have no
we're
choice.
gonna. Yeah,
They
but
have
now
no
that like
choice.
they already lost $1 billion last year between Lucas
And
and
they're in debt. They can't afford to. They have to make some sort of money to mitigate the loss as much as possible.
so I wonder if they've kind of learned their lesson. Like or they're just truly desperate, because sorry to quote freaking Avengers, but bringing Robert Downey Jr. back, that's like a desperation move, you know. um I don't know. I'm scared to see a Fantastic Four movie.
Well, the way that I see it, I'm actually going to quote Robert Downey Jr. from Avengers for Disney. You know, there's no throne. There's no version of this where you end up on top. You know, because I'm telling you right now, Disney, you pissed off more than just 800,000 people on or YouTube. You pissed off millions of people, possibly ranging up towards the billions. And you are in debt.
Yeah.
So
they haven't been making money on their movies in a while. And then their parks are losing money, and then they have their whole fiasco with Florida. So,
I mean, recently they have Inside Out 2, which made bank, and they have Deadpool Wolverine, which is making bank.
Yeah.
Now, Alien Romulus, people
well?
are liking that film. People are liking it. I like it. I'll be completely honest. I like it.
I've heard mixed reviews.
Yeah, there have been mixed reviews. I mean, Force of Light Entertainment shat all over the film. It's like, okay, I'm definitely going to have to check.
What's the subtitle after Alien on this one?
Romulus.
Oh, okay. I don't know why. I hadn't heard anything about it until it came out and people started talking about it. And that was like, when was it? This weekend that it first dropped?
Yep.
So where was the marketing on this movie? Because it
was slow going. The marketing was very minimal.
Okay, because like I said, I had not heard anything about it until like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I was like, "There's a new Alien movie? What?"
Most of the marketing went towards creating a bunch of popcorn buckets or that looked like either the heads of aliens or face huggers and stuff like that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm actually thinking about buying a face hugger plushie or some shit just to fuck with people. But
so reviews are looking positive.
Yeah.
On both ends, from critics and from audiences.
On Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at 81, 87, which is rare to see.
If you look at critic lists, which is a lot more accurate, it's actually more like 78-ish. Me, I put it at an 85. Hey, Riot, good to see ya. I hope you're doing well.
But that's still not a bad rating. Like, that's not 75, 81, you know. Hey, that's not too bad.
Oh, if I get a face hugger, Riot, I'm going to put it over my face in the morning and just freak out my mom or my stepbrother and just like lay on my chair because I have a recliner chair, and I'll just like have it across my face and stuff and let them freak out or whatever. It'd be funny.
Just have them randomly be staring at you for the next like 12 hours.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, right.
Something pop out of your chest.
Yeah. But yeah, or getting back to Rachel Zegler though, all of this and her now basically being pro-Palestine, she pissed off everybody. This movie pissed off everybody. How is people who are huge fans of Gal Gadot are also not gonna freaking watch the movie because they don't understand why Gal Gadot is jealous of somebody like Rachel Zegler in the movie. It's like, this was the worst casting. It's like, how the hell can somebody be jealous of somebody who is very little attractive or who has very little attractiveness to her? I mean, again, look at Rachel Zegler's Instagram. This woman screams narcissism. Nothing, or 99% of her posts are nothing but her. 99% of her profile is nothing but selfies and publicity shots of her. And she even does freaking booty shots in her bikini where she's showing her ass and whatnot. So yeah, it's insane this woman is like, or she thinks that she is some sort of superstar. You have 3 movies in the or that are out for general consumption, and 2 of them are bombs. Watching Furiosa right now. Nice. Hope you enjoy. But it's supposed to be the kindest of them all now. Yeah, right? It's not the fairest of them all. It's the kindest of them all. Except that she's not kind. She's rather a bitch. And oh my God, man. There's just so much wrong with it. But moving on, because we don't really need to talk about Rachel Zegler too much. We're instead going to talk about... let me get the banner switched over. House of the Dragon. And how they had a lackluster finale due to a rather low budget. So, Kate, why don't you lead into that one while I pull up the article?
Yeah, so at the end of season 1, they announced, they being HBO, announced that season 2 was going to be an 8-episode season. Now, this kind of made sense because from like a book reader's perspective, it's like, oh, well, there's not really much story. It's only like 4 chapters. You could do the story really quickly, especially because season 1 there were so many time jumps, and the war that this TV show is telling the story of is only about 2 years. So you can do that in 4 seasons, which is what they promised us. But we're in season 2. We're supposed to be halfway through the story, and it's like, bro, we didn't get we got like one battle. We got like one of the main characters just going through like a mushroom trip basically the entire season. And we thought, yeah, and it was good. Like, it's good television. Like, the setup, I see what they're doing because I've read the book, so I'm like, oh, that's good foreshadowing. Oh, that's really good. But at the end of the season, it's like, oh man, we could have had those extra 2 episodes and gotten a battle and something really big happening. Now, I do understand that it costs a lot of money to make these shows because the VFX for Game of Thrones was a lot with just 3 dragons, and there are 17 in this show. So
Oh shit.
yeah, that does play a part. So me, a book reader going forward, I'm like, man, okay, so the next 2 seasons are going to be like knocking it out of the park with like bloody violence and the war that we've all wanted. But at the same time, if you do the math, we're gonna have, it's gonna be 2 more years until we get season 3, and then I guess 2 more years until we get season 4. We're gonna have the World Cup before we get the ending of this TV show. So anyway,
so we got this article from Forbes, and essentially it went down to budget, and a lot of people tuned in. They're like, what the fuck was that? Now, I did see one clip where this person's riding a dragon, and then this humongous fucking monster of a dragon just comes up to take a shot at him, and it's like, what the fuck, man? I will admit that was so fucking nuts. And I'm like,
you should watch the entire battle for that because it was well choreographed, well shot. It was crazy, and it really
that's one of my big fears, though. Is like being just minding my own business, and then this just fucking giant monster just comes out of fucking nowhere and just eats you. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah. What's crazy, a lot of the criticism for that though is these dragons are like a 747, right? How is it so quiet and sneak attack when it's just this like huge freaking monster, you know? But I get it. It's for the dramatic effect of the TV show of like, okay, they're flying, they're kind of scoping, and then, it's kind of like, when you watch a good dogfight in that, with the like Navy pilots and stuff in the air when they're like, you're like,
oh yeah.
So, they do a good job when they do the battles with the dragons. It's just we should have gotten one more in the finale. and Forbes is
Yeah.
telling us why we didn't. Yeah.
So, according to this article, according to the showrunner, one of the challenges of making television at any scale is nobody has infinite time and resources. When you're a showrunner, you're always in a position of having to balance storytelling and resources to that you have to tell that story. Condell says that he wants to give the Battle of Golette the time and space that it deserves. Though some fans would agree the time would have been the entire 8-episode season,
Yeah.
but here you could see the results of what may change when you cut down 10 episodes of season 1 to 8 in season 2. No doubt yet another budget-based movie with episode costs estimated at under or around $20 million an episode. So yeah, there's serious money being thrown around here, folks.
Yeah, and it's not unnoticed. Like when we were reviewing The Acolyte, I was like, where did this money
Mm-hmm.
go? Like this looks cheap. The sets look cheap. It's the opposite for House of the Dragon. Everything looks amazing. The set design looks amazing. The costumes look amazing. Um, it was like the dragons look freaking awesome. Uh, when they do have battle scenes, it's freaking great. The music, excellent. So you can see where the money's being used. So
Yeah.
that's not the issue. The issue is like, hey guys, can we get like 10 episode seasons and like more battles per season? Maybe.
Yeah. And so, while Game of Thrones has always been heavy on VFX, House of Dragon has a lot of dragons. I remember seeing a narrated trailer by Samuel L. Jackson trying to give his take on Game of Thrones, and he's like, "Oh, okay, you don't want dragon? Fuck, dragons, motherfucker!" and all that sort of shit. And it shows a couple shots with the dragons, and then
Yeah.
but this one apparently, as you said, like 17 dragons or some shit in it. So
Yeah, it's a crazy
yeah.
amount.
So tons of FX work that is no doubt hugely costly, almost each and every episode. However, with the Battle of the Gullet launching season 3 in 2 years, Jesus, it
Yeah.
then it then stands to reason there will be a lengthy break before more action anywhere close to significant. I do wonder if one of the reasons it was pushed is because it might span 2 weeks instead of one. So I do believe that is all there. Oh no. Now,
Which
while
is that
HBO,
would be
yeah,
that would be great. A 2 episode starter with a battle lasting 2 whole episodes. That would be dope. Like I'd be super into
oh
that.
yeah, definitely. So while HBO has indeed found success with House of the Dragon, it is not a repeat of the sky high, world changing Game of Thrones numbers, despite costs being the same or higher, which can be an issue. Not that Game of Thrones did not face its own host of issues with budget, leading to shorter seasons and often skipped battles as the story progressed. Still, it seems, hold on, got to go over to the window. It seems that there's a better way to structure this and at least have some climactic turn in the finale. Even if it wasn't the full battle, there was not that, and as such, a consistently negative reaction in the final across the board, or in the finale, or to the final across the board, capping off a season where many fans believe not enough happened from start to finish due to languishing plot lines and characters stuck in certain places. We'll see if that changes for season 3 in 2 years, 2 whole years. Jesus, do you think they could do you think
Well,
they could
I
push
understand.
that you guys are waiting 2 more years?
Well, it's like I understand why it took 2 years. I think it was less than 2 years because it was like around October. Uh, yeah, it like started in August, September, October was the 10 weeks for season 1, and it was in 2022. Yeah, and now we're in 2024, and it was like it's over now. So it was
Yeah.
like June, July. right beginning of August. But they also had the writer strike and actor strike during that time period. So I think it was like right in the middle of them filming. So we had thought, the fans had thought, well, it was just delayed because of that. Well, it seems like it's delayed because of a lot of other things, because uh, allegedly they are already writing season 3 as we speak. Or they were, like, as the show was airing, they were writing season 3. So um, I guess they're shooting for early 2026, like springtime maybe. Like,
Well,
jeez.
hopefully they get there.
We might get the
But
the
yeah,
last
any final
of
thoughts on
Song
it
of Ice
before
and
we move
Fire
on to the
before
next
the last
subject?
2 seasons.
All right. Seems my internet is a little wonky right now. Am I coming in clearly?
Yeah, you're still
All right,
you're
good.
still around.
Well, yeah. So that's the House of the Dragon. It seems that with a rather lackluster finale, it seems that, well, shit didn't work out the way they wanted them to. So now moving on to Kurt Russell to return as Jack Burton. Now, if any of you who do not know who Jack Burton is, I will never be friends with you. Because if you don't know who Jack Burton is,
Get
then you
out
have not
now.
lived. Yeah, you have not lived. Jack Burton is one of the greatest American heroes in the history of nobody knew what the fuck happened, but this dude was the hero because, well, yeah, he came through in the clinch when nobody else could. I mean, Big Trouble in Little China, folks. If you don't know Big Trouble in Little China, I don't know why you're a part of my channel or you're on my channel. But yeah, Kurt Russell is willing to play Big Trouble in Little China's Jack Burton again, but only if these conditions are met. So let's cover this. This is from Bounding in the Comics. Shout out to Jorge Arenas. Yeah. Well, hold on here. And thanks to some weird shit that's going on Bounding's I hate that. But anyway, who isn't a fan of Big Trouble in Little China, directed by John Carpenter? The film has remained a beloved cult classic for decades. Of particular note is Kurt Russell's convention-defying run as truck-driving hero Jack Burton. Ever since the release in '86, fans have been begging for more. Now it looks like there's a possibility they could get their wish. Kurt Russell has revealed that if his conditions are met, he is willing to play Jack Burton once again. Known for his quirky charm and whimsical tone, Big Trouble in Little China is celebrated for its subversive take on a traditional hero narrative. It's the kind of thing that is unlikely to be made today. Definitely. So we'll see a sequel with Russell, or will we see a sequel with Russell reprising his role? Well, the answer is maybe, which is way better than no. What does he want? Kurt Russell, now 73, expressed a willingness to reprise his role as Jack Burton, but only under certain conditions. Speaking to comicbook.com in 2023, Russell stated that he would only return if the script was good and the sequel had something substantive to say. Fair enough. But we're talking about Big Trouble in Little China, right? Unfortunately, we didn't get any more details about that. What exactly would be substantive enough about sorcerers and truck drivers in Chinatown. Maybe he wants his original director back too. Russell has a long history of collaboration with John Carpenter, having worked together on films like Escape from New York, Escape from LA, The Thing. Their partnership has produced some of the most memorable films in Carpenter's oeuvre. However, Russell made it clear that he wouldn't return to the role of Jack Burton for just anyone. The Carpenter now 76, has largely stepped away from directing in recent years. His last theatrical release was The Warden 2010. Since then, he has shown little interest in returning to the director's chair. Carpenter was instead focused on the other creative pursuits. One example of this is the composition work of the 2018 Halloween remake and its sequels. Carpenter is also working on a new video game, Toxic Commando, set to release this year. Interesting. So it seems that Carpenter's current priorities suggest that his involvement in a potential sequel to Big Trouble in Little China would be minimal, or likely not at all. I love that scene with the lipstick dude.
Right.
What about that remake? So yeah, for those of you who haven't been paying attention, there was a remake in the books. Back in 2015, news broke that a remake of BTLC was in development. By 2018, it became clear that the project would be more of a sequel than a straightforward remake. Even with that news, things seem to be on ice. Since 2019, the project has seemingly been stuck in development limbo, with little progress reported. Carpenter has previously expressed a relaxed attitude toward remakes of his work. The director noted that he enjoys receiving a check for projects he doesn't have to actively participate in. Wow, dude. He actually says that out loud. But anyway, however, should a sequel move forward, it would likely only succeed if both Carpenter and Russell are genuinely interested in returning together. For now, the fate of BTLC sequel remains unlikely. Both Russell and Carpenter are seemingly content in their current endeavors, but you never know. Stranger things have happened, especially in Chinatown. So, yeah. What would be a good way to get Big Trouble in Little China kicked off, or a new one, or a sequel? I mean, hey, Vanya, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. They would definitely have to have Carpenter and Russell, in my opinion. What are your thoughts, Kate?
Well, they'd obviously have to like age them, or please don't do that thing where they like de-age them the whole time. Like it was weird in in Guardians. I don't want to see it again.
Yeah.
Where would they kick off? I don't know. I feel like there was like a definitive ending, but ugh.
Even with that mutt thing coming up in the back of his truck, yeah. It's like, yeah, that's just for kicks. Chances are Burton fucking stabbed it when he pulled over.
Yeah, yeah. It's I don't know. Like, I don't even know. I don't even have any ideas because it's been a long time since I've seen the movie, so I've forgotten a lot of the details. And I'm sure the popularity now is going to skyrocket because people are going to go, "Oh, wait, let me go and watch the original." Kind of like the way that, The Matrix skyrocketed when they released the fourth one.
Oh my god, yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I just hope they don't like do that weird thing where they like de-age him and stuff. Is it
Yeah,
still
because I
Fox
mean,
producing it?
I don't know. What I do know is that it would possibly fall under Disney, and Carpenter would definitely be at odds with Disney, because Carpenter and Kurt Russell are largely apolitical. They don't want any shit in their movies that if you guys watch the commentary to Big Trouble in Little China, you will hear both Carpenter and Kurt Russell talk about how politicians went at them about cultural appropriation and shit. And he's like, okay, well, we're going to ask our crew members right now, do you feel that any of this is insensitive to your guys' culture? And they all said, no, we're making a freaking movie. Who the fuck cares? I mean, they basically went off on that. The crew members
don't know if it'll
were more
land as hard.
Yeah, the crew members were more insulted that the politicians got involved to try to speak for them. So it's like, yeah, leave us alone. Let us make a movie. We like what we're doing.
Right, it's kind of like if people said Jackie Chan movies were culturally appropriating, you know.
Yeah.
But they're gonna have to get some young blood in there because if they try to do like another, was it at the wedding that they had the sword fight?
Oh yeah. It was at the busted up wedding.
Like they couldn't do that. What are they in their 60s?
Well, Jack Burton was knocked out for most of that fight because he
True.
shot a bunch of fucking rocks on his head.
I mean, they could. I don't know.
Jack Burton was the hero without being the hero.
True, true. My question still remains: can we get some new freaking stuff out?
Yeah.
Everything's a reboot or a sequel or like, hey.
I mean, no offense to China back in Big Trouble in Little China. China today, there's a lot of, I don't think they could do it nowadays because I'm sorry, but I don't think that Big Trouble in Little China 2 could ever come out today because there is a lot, one, China would not allow it.
But
the country of China would
now.
say, no, you're not doing that.
Right.
And China owns Hollywood, folks. So, yeah. They'd be saying, you are not doing that. We will not allow any of our actors to take part in this endeavor. At all. I mean, that's how fucking stingy China is. And honestly, I don't think that any sort of remake or sequel would work. Because it was really, it had an ending. The movie had an ending.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
Not to mention they don't have egg anymore. Victor Wong. So you guys don't have him anymore.
It's and also some things don't need to be redone. Like, cause there have been rumors online about, are they gonna redo Princess Bride? And then
Carrie Elwes came out.
Yeah, both him and Robin came out
and
was like, absolutely not.
They're like, no, there's no need to try to improve upon perfection.
Right. And also it's like it's okay that it's cheesy. It's from like 1989. Like calm down everybody. Like let it be. Leave it alone. Enjoy it. Enjoy Fred Savage. Like enjoy Andre the Giant. Enjoy Mandy Patinkin.
Yeah.
Patinkin?
Yeah, Patinkin.
Yeah. Freaking enjoy the whole thing. It's wonderful. You know what? Now I want to watch
it. Yeah, right? I mean, one of the funniest behind the scenes things for Princess Bride was the 16-second fart that Andre the Giant did. It's like,
and they're like, hey, you okay?
Yeah, it's like, while filming a scene, the entire project went silent when Andre the Giant ripped a 16-second fart. Yeah. And the people were just so stunned in the silence that, well, it was broken when they asked, it's like, are you all right? He's like, I am now. He's like, oh, shit.
Like a great response, you know. Yeah. I'm okay now, yeah. Oh, like, relieved a lot of pressure.
Oh. My question, what did he eat?
Well, the dude probably had to eat at least like 5,000 just to maintain.
Yeah. I mean, Andre the Giant he was
and
big.
That's low falling. Hold on. So it'd probably be like closer to 8.
Yeah. He was a big guy, folks, but he was also one of the kindest people you would ever know.
Right. Yeah.
Unfortunately, he died while I was a kid, I do believe. But yeah, I mean, he caused every freaking stone hard-faced wrestler to fucking bust into tears when Andre the Giant died. When Andre the Giant died, wrestling really took a hit. I mean, even with Roddy Piper dying, as much as I love Roddy Piper, it didn't hit as hard as Andre the Giant did to the wrestling community. I mean, Andre the Giant was seriously a very, pun intended, big presence. And so, yeah. But nowadays, Hollywood's just trying to redo everything. And it's like, stop. Just stop. You're never going to recapture the magic that we had in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. You're not going to get back the...
Make something new. Like,
yeah.
It's okay to try something new and fail. What like I'd give them mad respect if they were like trying out new ideas. No, they're just like rehashing the same old shit. It's kind of like when Heinz repackaged their ketchup and all of a sudden like sales went up 30% because they turned their bottle upside down. Like, but it's the same stuff. Like audiences aren't falling for it anymore. Like you had something on Twitter earlier this week, where somebody responded to one of your posts where they're like, "Oh, does seeing the trailer and not wanting to see it count as boycotting?" And you're like, "Yeah, kinda," And I was like, "Well,
it's like that's default boycott."
And I was like, "I've been boycotting movies for a while now, for years." Like, so they have to do something in order to get our attention, to get us back out into the movies. And this DEI stuff isn't it. Rachel Zegler isn't it. Even if you put Gal Gadot, who's like one of the most beloved freaking actresses, even though she's arguably, objectively speaking, not that great of an actress, she's just so freaking friendly, and she rolled a 20 on charisma.
I think
and beauty.
in a couple of movies, I thought she's actually I like her as Wonder Woman. I will fully admit, I like her as Wonder Woman. I thought she did good.
With the script that was given her, I think she did a good job. With good directing, I think she could be better.
Yeah, her earlier role, or her roles in the Fast and Furious franchise, or her role in the Fast and Furious franchise, was good. I liked it. Unfortunately, they brought her back, or they somehow scraped her off the pavement from a 30-mile runway, and are now bringing her back.
Oh, I freaking knew it. I was like, when they brought Khan back and I saw him in the trailer, I was like, oh, what's next? They're going to bring Gal Gadot back? Oh my God, they didn't actually do it.
Yeah, they did. She's at the end of sorry for spoiling it, but
that's hilarious.
Yeah. She's at the end of the other one in a fucking... I was like, how the fuck are you even alive? They scraped... How are you not heavily scarred? You killed yourself to save on. And chances are your body just got obliterated from the speed of that runway. I just don't understand it.
I don't know either. But like I said, as soon as they brought Han back, I was like, oh shit, they're gonna bring Wonder Woman back, and they did. That's hilarious. I freaking guessed that years ago. That's so funny to me. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen those movies since Charlize Theron had those dreads and he took out a submarine. So it was at 8 or 9.
Yeah, Fate of the Furious. Yeah.
Where like they're like, oh, Dom's the bad guy, and it's like, okay.
I mean, they just I'll never understand it. But anyway, folks, that is our topics for the night. We only had 3. Ambassador is having family time, so that's why he couldn't be here. But definitely shout out to his family and him. We're gonna keep you guys updated on other stuff coming around. I saw Alien Romulus. If you want to see my review for Alien Romulus, go to my Critic List page, criticlist.com. Look for Orange Hat Reviews or Orange Hat. You will find me. You will find my review. It's spoiler free, so you don't have to worry about spoilers. I thought it was an okay film. There's some stuff there that's risky with the lore, but there's also stuff that is that connects Prometheus and also connects later Alien movies. So yeah, it's a real return to form. I enjoyed it. So
they fixed all the issues from the last one.
They are honestly, I don't think there was much real mention of the last one, Alien Covenant.
Got it. That's okay.
But
all right.
So yeah, there's mention, or there's Prometheus discussion, there's Alien discussion, and that's it. And then there's this, essentially. So yeah, with that, folks, we're gonna end it here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Riot, Vanya, Tony Montana, Conroy, Geek Archivist Pierce, Kate, Cayman Riot. Thank you all for being in the chat. Tomorrow is Orange Hat Uncensored, 9 p.m. If you have anything you want to rage about or rant about, the link to to coming in will be the pinned comment in the chat. But yeah, we're probably gonna talk, or I'm gonna be looking for things to rant about, because honestly, we also have the DNC coming up or starting tomorrow too. I'm not gonna pay any attention to that or to that kleptomania and Lie Fest, so I really haven't.
The dumpster fire that is the DNC.
Yeah.
So I'll send you updates or whatever.
Oh, I'll catch them on Twitter. I mean, they're all going to be there, but it's like that thing. I literally can't stand hearing the voice of Karine Jean-Pierre, because I know how much she lies with every word she speaks.
Oh, correct.
I can't stand to look at Obama, because you know that they're going to have Obama up there. That man started the ruination of, contributed heavily to the ruination of our country. And Joe Biden, they're going to give him like 3 shots of adrenaline, hope his heart doesn't explode, and then shove him up on the stage so people can basically get on their knees for him.
Yeah. We have to do proof of life real quick before November.
Yeah. I mean, I shared a photo on Twitter, folks. It was AI, but it's very accurate. But also Twitter seems to be suppressing stuff too, photos and stuff. But yes, if you want to support my channel, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Turn on the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of my content. Like likes, sharing, and subscribe. That's the best thing you can do to support the channel. Hey, Seth Assassin Trailer, good to see you. You're coming in at the end. Your dad is convinced Obama is is the one running everything. Well, he did kind of admit that he was. So, also, good evening. It's good to see you. Thank you so much for coming on in, Trailer. Good to see you. But yes, we are wrapping it up here. Anything you want to say before we go, Kate?
No, that's all I had about our topics. But yeah, it was good. Good weekly recap. Thanks everybody for watching.
Yep.
Hop in the comment section.
And we will catch you all on the next one, talking whatever topics are worthy enough to be discussed. So with that out of the way, who was listening to? Was listening to Valiant? Yeah, that's cool. Thank you for stopping in, though. I do appreciate it. And make sure that you leave a like too, folks. Anyway, this has been Orange Hat. You all have a wonderful day. This is all, and always remember to stay humble. Peace.
Are you done? Are you